I'm Denise.
And I'm Ashton.
And together we invite you to My Hospice Experience, where every story reminds us that even at the end of life, there is still so much to live for. Stay tuned to this episode.
Hey there, Denise Jaworski here with Abundant Hospice, and I am very excited joining the hospice story today. We have Raven with us. How you doing, Raven?
I am blessed and glad to be in the building.
All right, we're happy to have you. She's going to be sharing with us not only her perspective as not only her perspective as a hospice nurse, but also the passion behind the bedside. Your voice does help to see others' heart behind hospice care. So just wanted to kind of really tap in from the nurse's standpoint. I'm going to ask you a few questions. What inspired you to become a hospice nurse?
My grandparents. Actually, it was my grandmother.
Okay.
My mother had me at 14.
Oh, wow. Young.
So needless to say, our generations were really close.
Okay.
So I had upwards to 6 living generations at one time. And then when my great-grandmother passed away, 3 months later, my grandmother passed away.
Oh, wow.
And after that, it took me 2 years I took off for me to be able to understand grieving.
Wow.
Because before then, I had always been in the hospital.
So you were a nurse.
Yes.
But you were working hospital nurse, like floor nurse.
Correct. So
Okay.
I was coming to save the life.
I see.
I wasn't understanding that I got to live after their life.
Woo.
So
Big transition.
huge transition.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, and then after I understood, and then I began to appreciate what I had, it sent me to hospice.
Wow. That's pretty powerful, actually, because some people go to nursing school and they're led to hospice right away. And then occasionally you'll run into your situation to where they didn't know hospice or they stumble into it and realize that that's what they're meant to do. But yours is very interesting because I don't know if I've ever heard it from a standpoint of transitioning from it being in your mindset to saving lives to being part of the journey of making end of life comfortable.
Completely different ball game because we think as nurses we have to be the superhero. You got to save.
Yeah.
Well, what does saving look like?
So what does it look like now for you?
Now, for me, it looks like comfort.
Ooh.
For them,
For the patient.
for the patient. I had to take myself out of it
Wow.
because it's not even about me. It's about how to make them comfortable in their last days.
Yeah, that's powerful, Raven.
Because hospice don't mean death.
But so many people think it does.
It does not.
Yeah. And I think that that's probably one of our biggest battles in the industry is overcoming that conversation and the guilt and the taboo tied to that conversation.
But you know what? Let's go a little bit deeper.
All right.
The African American community,
All right. Talk to me.
they think hospice is death.
Wow.
You're coming to kill me.
Like straight up, that's what they think.
That's how they think. Like I'm the Grim Reaper. Like I'm coming to take from them. They don't understand that I'm coming to bring peace and comfort. So I think they will benefit from knowing exactly what it is that has been given and provided to them that they don't even take advantage of.
Yeah, it's really good because I don't know I've ever looked at it that I've looked at it like across a wide scope that there's the taboo, there's the education that's not there, the content we're wanting to get out. I don't know I've ever noticed it culturally.
Yes, it's really, really, really big. And because I have like a huge basis in the African American community for San Antonio, it's good for them to see and hear and see someone like me and know that it's okay for me to go and get this help.
Yes.
It doesn't, what it sounds like, that's not really what it is. Right. So I just think sometimes there has to be a better explanation so that they can put their guard down and receive those blessings.
Well, and you being brave enough to voice it.
Because I see the fear. So if I can be that comfort zone,
That's good.
I'll be that.
That's good.
I'm just a vessel.
Yes.
You know?
We all are.
Right. So use me where I can.
That's good. That's good, girl. Okay, so let me ask you this question. What do you find most meaningful in walking with patients and families during the season of life?
It's discovering what they didn't know
Okay.
to be what comfort is. You know, because some of them, comfort is for self.
Okay.
You know, when we think of being comfortable or not being in pain, we think of self.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really internalize empathy, me going into their shoes. How do they feel? Voice their concerns. So I think it's important that when they get with a safe body in a safe environment, that they're able to actually voice how they feel. Because some of them are scared because they hold back for their loved ones too. So then they still suffer in silence.
So do you feel like that from a patient standpoint that when you are their nurse that you're able to break through that wall?
I do.
Okay.
Because I don't, even though they are my patients, I treat them like they're my friends.
So what advice would you have for other hospice nurses so that they can have that same type of an impact to help knock down those walls?
I would say, first, you have to be able to read the room because you are a guest in their environment.
Say it again.
You do not run. You do not dictate. You merely suggest.
That is a big one right there.
Huge.
Yeah. You're a guest in their home,
Right.
and a guest being invited in to being a part of their end chapter of their journey.
Correct. You are not the dictator. You're
That's
a
good.
guest.
That is so good. So that would be the biggest advice you would give them is humble themselves.
Bingo. It doesn't matter how much knowledge you have,
That's good.
how much money you make, what clothes you wear, what
That's great.
car you pulled up in.
That's right.
What matters is, can you conform to them where they are
love
at
it.
this time in life?
That is amazing advice. Amazing advice. I don't know that anyone could say that any better or send any stronger of a message than that right there. Because we're failing as an industry as if across the board, all hospices are not doing that.
And I agree.
Yeah. And that's where in this, I want to encourage other hospices, if you're listening to us, remember what you're doing and what impact that you're having, because it makes all of us look bad when somebody messes up. And I'm not saying anybody's perfect. We're not either.
Right.
Mistakes can happen. We try hard to strive in excellence. But there's some that just don't seem to want to bend to the way that it's supposed to be.
They become a number.
It's sad.
Very sad. And you know, sometimes the patient and the nurse may not always they may have a personality conflict. You
Right.
know?
Might not be a good fit.
Right.
Say something.
Right. Find the fit for that patient.
That's right.
So if you know that your energies are kind of off, say something.
Yes.
You don't deserve it, but they don't either.
That's right. And we have such an important assignment.
Right.
It's not an assignment that should be taken lightly. It's not just a job. It's not just going through the charting and checking off a list and saying it's done. We're impacting people's lives.
Right. And not only the patient, the family.
Yes. I mean, at the end of the day, yes, the patient care is so important. But the amount of family members
Right.
that has to be managed by the care team
Right.
is, I don't know, people always take that in. And it's not usually one.
No. Can you call? I have 4 sons. I need you to call all of them and have the discussion with all of them.
That's right.
Even though the story's going to change.
Yeah. Or how you deliver it to that
Right.
particular personality has to change.
Bingo. Because how we say it may not be received as the same way. So
That delivery.
perception matters.
Oh, big time. Well, perception's reality.
Right.
And a lot of people are just so singular focused on the I, in the I world, right, that we live in. I think that's a really strong, important message, because the reality of it is that I actually one day was doing the number. I'm a little picky about how many patients are put on our case managers. And I
Okay.
only use RNs because that's my heart. I want the care to be with excellence, and I don't want to overburden our nurses.
Correct.
But one particular day, I was hearing when we were doing our meetings and our calls, like I called this one, that one, and I'm hearing the social worker talk, but then the case manager's going back, and I'm like, wait a minute. We're sitting here looking at this as if they're only managing one person. And so I pulled my managers to the side and I started doing the numbers. And I just was nice and just said 30, knowing good and well it's way more than 3 on top of the patient that a case manager having to manage.
Right.
And I multiplied that. And that's the part that gets missed. Because at the end of the day, with a lot of hospices, they're looking at just the number of the patient from an operational standpoint. But really, when it comes to the care and us doing hospice correctly, we are managing all of that.
Right.
So if there's not grace given there with how much is on the nurse and the time, yeah, okay, that visit should only take 45 minutes, an hour with charting. You're forgetting the phone calls, the changes for DME, the changes for pharmacy, the updates with the family, all that, then pulling your team in. And I feel like sometimes that's where it gets missed because it's just calculated into numbers, but we're dealing with people and multiple people.
And that is why I said you are stuck with me.
Well, at Abundant Hospice, we are glad for that.
It matters. It matters because all of the communication definitely takes time.
Yes.
And then you got to document these because if it ain't documented, it never happened.
That's right.
So, and then you also have to communicate with your team just in case something happens. Your partners know
That's right.
what is going on. So they're able to work around whatever scenario it is that you have because we don't want their last or final days to be rushed.
That's right. For any of them.
Right.
And when that's done with heart like it is at Abundant, then at the end of the day, we can say, job well done.
Right.
And that's what I'm thankful for. I'm so thankful for our team. I'm thankful. I feel like every single member of our team has been handpicked by God himself because it takes extremely special people like yourself to be able to walk this out every single day. And it's a gift.
Agreed.
It is a gift from God that you are the way that you are and that you're on our team knowing that my heart is to do it the right way. But to be able to accomplish that, it takes a team.
Correct.
One person can't. You can lead it, you can talk about it, but at the end of the day, I'm not a nurse. I may know what I expect with the patient care from my nurse. And I'm very thankful for you and everything that you bring to our team. I really, really am.
Well, thank you.
And I do believe, too, that you need to be a voice and a platform in this city. I mean, right now, Abundant Hospice is only in San Antonio. See, I got tongue-tied. Right now, Abundant Hospice is only in San Antonio, but at the end of the day, that's where we are right now. And we need to make sure we do a good job here, even if that's encouraging other hospices, and that we're setting the bar to where we're raising that bar because the bar should be raised in the industry that we're in.
I totally agree because once they get to 17 patients, 18 patients on a RN caseload,
It's a lot.
it is a lot.
And some of our hospices I'm hearing are putting 20, 30 on a nurse.
They are. And quality definitely goes down. So is it quality or quantity? And then that's when, the marketing frenzies start happening, all of that. But at the end of the day, we are here doing God's work.
Amen, sister. Amen to
Do
that.
it.
And do it well.
Right. He don't have stuff when he woke you up this morning.
Or don't do it at all.
Right.
Because
Let
we
it go.
can't mess this up.
Let it go. If you cannot see it through or commit to it, leave it alone. And when you're overwhelmed, voice that.
Amen.
Voice it.
Yeah, because believe that is important as well. Because in my situation with my employees, it's like, okay, well, if you have something that's important and it's not brought, and then you just leave, how am I supposed to know? I can't read minds, right? So I'm looking at it from a different perspective. But on the other side, well, I'm afraid to say anything. So I'm just going to leave and go find another job. But usually that same problem is going to be somewhere else and somewhere else and somewhere else. It's very important as administrators and owners of hospices to listen to what their team has to say, because at the end of the day, if the team isn't listened to, it will impact the care.
That's powerful.
It has to happen.
That is powerful. That is powerful.
Because at the Army's out there taking care of them, but if you all aren't being taken care of correctly.
You know, a lot of owners don't see that.
Well, they should. Because at the end of the day, you all are angels in disguise.
And if they see it, they don't voice it. Or they'll voice it enough to where it's like, oh, thank you. And they feel like just the thank you is
enough,
sufficient. Mm-hmm. I can honestly say you walk it like you talk it since I've been here.
Oh, thank you. I try really hard to do that. I think it's
you
important.
have not skipped a beat. Everything you told me that you would deliver to me as an employee, you have done that.
Well, I feel like that our word is very, very, very important. That's all we have.
And it's been solid for me.
Well, I'm very thankful you're with our team, but I'm really excited to ask you this. I want you to talk with us now. We're going to change gears about Abundant.
Okay, let's see.
We're going to change gears a little bit about nursing care. Okay. So let's talk about your nonprofit that you do in addition to being an amazing nurse. Let's talk about your nonprofit and the mission behind it.
So I own a youth organization.
Okay.
It's the Bexar County Panthers.
Awesome.
Football and cheer. We take kids ages 4 to 11.
Okay.
And we primarily focus on East Side kids.
Okay.
For the most part.
All right.
Because over on that side, they're a little less fortunate.
Okay.
So we play in an organization called TYFA.
Okay.
TYFA. And I believe we try to keep the cheapest fees for that reason so that we can have extracurricular activities for those less fortunate kids some of the time. We do a bunch of fundraisers to help sponsor them, take them on field trips. We've even taken, I want to say, upwards of 30 kids to Las Vegas so that they can see something outside of east side of San Antonio.
That is so cool. Okay, so how can other people in the community, because this goes back to giving back to community.
Yes, because even though I am a nurse, it does not stop in hospice. It don't stop in the hospital. It doesn't stop in home health. You have to nurse these kids and then not only the kids, but the parents that come. So you got to nurse the community.
Yeah.
So it starts when they're little.
You're trying to stand in the gap.
Right.
It's really powerful. Because a lot of people will be like, oh, our world's so messed up, and they're going to complain about all this stuff.
But what did you do?
Exactly. There's where it lies at. I love the fact that you're doing something to where you see a need, to where you're passionate and you've got your heart. I think it's so awesome. How can people get involved and support your work?
They can we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram as Bexar County Panthers. You might see my husband's name, Quincy Jackson.
Okay.
And our colors are Abundance colors. So
that makes it even better.
So if you see us, you'll see orange and teal, and you'll see white and gray. Like you'll see these colors.
So cool.
Because it just so happens our colors are your colors.
I love it. They're our colors. We're sharing them.
I absolutely love the colors.
They were God's colors first, which he's sharing them with us, but now we're taking complete ownership of those colors.
Yes. So I'm just really, really big in community. So
that's awesome.
Hospice, my football kids, it kind of ties together.
Yeah. for you because you have kids. I'm sure that's what's pulled you into
Right.
that piece too, right?
Right. And now they're grown. Like
Yeah.
they actually they do community service giving back to the football team now that they are grown and gone.
Good job, Mama.
They come back and do their community service to those same children, teaching football, teaching cheer, helping them learn how to work on the football pit, on the barbecue pit to serve plates, helping them learn how to work concession.
But girl, that is good job, Mom and Dad.
Oh, thank you.
So you got Mom and Dad level good. You've got serving in such an important role as a nurse and helping so many families in their end of life journey. You've got giving back to community. I mean, just recently the loss you guys had, like that touched my heart. And I can imagine that wasn't just something that affected you. That affected the community of your nonprofit, of all of that's there. And the fact that what you do, that you could help be that pillar of strength, girl.
I'm just a vessel.
Yeah, but God is using you in a mighty way.
And I want to be an extension of what is right.
Amen. Me too. I work hard for that because it's easy for us to take a different direction.
Very easy. Mm-hmm. So I stay busy trying to do the right thing.
Good for you. Well, you're doing it, girl. We're very thankful, Raven, to have you a part of our Abundant team. Just really, really thankful for you. Thank you for everything you do. I really hope that this episode's able to help you guys, give you strength. Hopefully we're helping some of the other hospices in the community too. Maybe there's just a little seed being sown in a good way, because that's our hope. Stay tuned to our next episode. And Miss Raven, thank you so much. We're going to make sure we put a little thing down. Make sure you get with us so we can put your, where people can support your efforts as well.
Well, thank you for having me. And let's get to this community, baby.
Let's do it, girl. I love it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You've been listening to My Hospice Experience with your host, Denise Jaworski
and Ashton Balliot.
Remember, even in the hardest season, there's beauty in the journey. Be kind, stay inspired, and rise with purpose.
Thanks for tuning in to My Hospice Experience. Be sure to subscribe, share, and leave a review, and join us again for more real conversations about care, compassion, and community.